Looks like they're already popping Lust. Lights, camera, action wants to go aggressive. They're putting huge damage into Novos. There's the Psych, there's the Death Coil, there's the MCS on Dizzy. Bobble having to be used. There's the Swiftman as well. Bash comes out on Novos. Daily popping his Elemental Mastery there, getting disarmed. And when the Stars line is stabilized, they have stripped the Bloodlust off all these players. And you know, they're in a good position now.
Lupe's Lust was off instantly. I saw the icon for under a second. I mean, because when you're a target, you have double offensive dispels on this team, so whatever target you're on, you're going to be stripping that heroism off instantly.
Yep. But great job getting it off all the players, reducing that damage taken. Daily taking a lot of damage there. Novos also being pressured. Dots on Talbadar, dots on Dizzy. Great job from Splane, just spreading this damage, keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, and I like Lupe's positioning here. He's always playing max range, whereas Dizzy is basically following Novos around, following Talbadar around. But you see Lupe playing very, very far away from his team. He actually might be in trouble here. He's backed through a corner by Talbadar.
There's the Sound's going to come out before the marks get. There's Shadowfiend. Looks like he's saving it down to 6,000, up to 16,000 HP. Looks like he's going to be popped off, but he's taking huge pressure. He's still in the open. Shadowfiend's still on him. There's the Cyclone. He actually has to trinket that. This could be big.
Wow, and no shock on that as Talbadar gets caught into a clone. Had Novos been able to shock that, I feel like they could have re-opened on him and really done work there. Dizzy is sitting in a full clone as Novos is full dotted, and it looks like Talbadar is going to be dotted up as well, and both are going to become a target as Inflame starts to take control of this, a little bit of that affliction momentum we were talking about. Talbadar choosing the Mana Burn, coming back, Lupe already using his Innervate right now, trying to stay very, very far ahead of the Mana Curve, as a lot of action can happen in just a few globals here on ahead of the Mana Curve, as a lot of action can happen in just a few globals here on Ring of Battle.
That was a very smart Innervate because they were going on to Talbadar very heavily pressured, which forced all three members of the team of when Stars aligned to kind of help him out. So Lupe knew that there would be no purge attempt.
Yeah, I've got to credit Daly. He did a great job getting the Lust off of the team of when the Stars aligned, much better than the previous games, and I feel that that was a big contributing factor in keeping Lupe alive. But damage now, coming in on Dizzy, dipping fairly low, losing about 10,000 HP there. He does have HOTS, he's getting out of line sight, looks like he should be okay. When the Stars align, trying to turn it around. The pillar has gone down. Nice shock on that Cyclone from Lupe. Trying to put some damage into him, but Talbadar, Death Coil, he has to pop the dispersion to keep himself alive.
It was a good attempt right there. The spell lock hit the Cyclone, so there wasn't going to be a lot of HOTS re-rolling on to Talbadar, but that dispersion cooldown is up all the time, and he's able to defensively make it out of it.
Yep. Very double Cyclone. Cyclone at the same time. Disarm onto Daily. They do not care that their Druid is in a Cyclone. They're going hard onto Daily here. Novos, though, taking a lot of damage. Talbadar is spell locked by Inflame. Nice job by him there. Novos down to about half HP. Daily has no dots. Game comes back up. Inflame doing a great job keeping the pressure on once again. And Dizzy having to pop an early Barkskin and being Cycloned on it. Barkskin has now faded. Are they going to go on to Dizzy it?
Well, there's a lot of damage onto Novos right there, but we saw everyone kind of involved. He was lesser healing, leaving himself.
Damage while Inflame sets up the control and is rolling on dots. Dizzy using his Innervate right now to try to stay ahead of her. They're in a bad position when it comes to that damage advantage, but they can still turn this around with a good setup. And I think that's what they're looking for now, is they come right back out of the gates. A lot of cooldowns are going to be back up for them, and they're going to try to make something happen here on probably either Daily
Looks like Daily has been stripped of HOTS. They're going to go on Daily. Is CC coming in on Lupe? There's the Cyclone. Instantly triggered. You're onto Daily. Will there be a follow-up onto Lupe? Half Cyclone onto Lupe. No trinket available. More damage coming in on Daily. Silence onto Lupe. Are they going to switch over? There was a Cyclone. Yes, they are switching over to Lupe. Down to half HP. 5K. Here comes the Bash. He's trying to get in there, but NS is used. Dizzy also going very low. Have forced to use his NS. Both Druids using all their cooldowns there. Who is going to get the advantage? Dizzy getting the Cyclone onto Lupe. Lights, camera, action needs to be picked back up. Lupe falling a bit behind there. Daily having blown his Elemental Mastery. Not many cooldowns available for either of these Druids.
Now Lupe is burning a lot of mana, and I think if the Stars Align could actually capitalize on that as he puts up his Innervate, if they could capitalize on this mana disadvantage they have right now, it would be so big. And there's the Purge. He catches most of his Innervate, but it is eventually purged off. So this might actually be very advantageous, as you see Daily sitting on 500 mana. which is apparently still enough to cast Lava Burst for about 20k as we saw yesterday. When Daily was boom, and suddenly, you know, Druids fall over dead.
But Death Quill onto Novos, him taking a lot of damage. Lupe also being pressured. Maybe a bit of a defensive Death Quill. No Haunt still on Novos. Talmadar Cyclone. Novos down to 3k HP. 1k. 60,000. Is that Soul Drain real? No, it is Fear. 5,000 HP though. Dizzy in a Cyclone. Can he pick it back up? And he goes down.
Oh shit.
Lots of emotions out of Lights Camera Action right there, because these games can go so long and someone dies instantly, and that was, I mean, it was non-stop offensive pressure onto Novos. Great job crowd controlling Dizzy, but he wasn't able to pick Novos back up.
Yeah, his HP spiking up and down there. Looked like he was going to survive for a bit, but great crowd control coming out of Lupe. Talmadar doing his best to keep his teammate alive throughout those heals as much as he could. Dizzy also trying to keep him alive, but they just weren't able to do it. Just too much pressure coming out of Lights Camera Action, even with Daily having so little mana.
Like I said, they capitalized on it. They had the defense rolling. Daily got just a little bit of mana back. He doesn't need much to Lava Burst, and honestly, that's the big burst that he can pair with a real Soul Drain. That's almost a guaranteed kill. You see Stars Align just playing it out here. Talmadar refusing to leave. Dizzy definitely not leaving.
Yeah, these guys like to play the games out. That's their choice. I don't blame them. You know, maybe they can pull something off. Crazy comeback. Not very likely though. It's looking like it's going to be 3-2 for Lights Camera Action.
Well, because leaving the arena at this point is basically your GG, you know, with the StarCraft 2 equivalent, and Talmadar would be the Terran that you're playing that will drag the game out like 4 hours.
Talmadar just
go find my base,
it off
you know?
his command center and
Exactly,
floated into the corner of
that's
the
what
map.
they're doing. All right, so Talmadar taking a lot of damage and tries to inner focus that
Oh
behind him, and
man,
actually
he
gets a
is
little bit off.
done.
Him hopes at 1%.
He had no mana,
Fire
trying to pick
kicked
himself back up a little bit there, but it wasn't going to happen. Congratulations to Lights Camera Action. Going to be moving on. Let's give them a round of applause. But let's also hear it for When the Stars Align. They played admirably. These guys are great contenders, and they definitely deserve to be here, proving that they are one of the best teams in the world.
Finishing second place in Texas, we saw some excellent things. They played very, very well here, just unable to make those converted kills. But we've got so many more matches coming up today.
We do. With Lights Camera Action moving on, that means that they're going to play the winner of Skill Capped and MLS. And I mean, who wants to play against Skill Capped, honestly?
Yeah, not me, that's for sure. Those guys are amazing. Be sure to stick around, guys. We're going to have some insane matches coming up. Some of the very best teams in the world is coming down to the wire. There's not many teams left. Only the best of the best are still here.
Shit.
All right, so you guys